Let us understand DOM and DOM events by developing a simple game called Catch the Mosquito. So in this game, I'll have two balls on the screen. One is a blue ball, the other one is a red ball. So blue ball will randomly move between position to position, and the red ball that I'm just selecting here will actually the bat for you. So you have to hit that blue ball with the red ball, so that red ball is like a bat and blue ball is like a mosquito moving around in your house. So let me do that. So I just used query selector all to select the ball that I created in the HTML. I'm just trying to add a click event to it. So this is how you add a click event. lm dot add event listener, and then you attach a function that is an anonymous function without name, and then I'm actually attaching an event to the document as well. So that is a click event. The above event to just kind of know what's happening when I click on the element of ball, or the below event is kind of selecting the position that you want, that I want to move my red ball to. So it's like on the document, wherever I clicked, I want to get the position of that particular document, click and then move this ball to that position. So let me do that. So I'm adding a empty space so that the ball will be rendered in the HTML. I just wanted to add some styles. I've just removed everything from there. The height kind of 40 and width is also 40, and reduce the border radius to something 50%. Okay, save it. Do we have that ball somewhere? Okay, no, it's ID, not class. Okay, we have a ball. If I click on it, I'm getting what? 3 locks. Why? So one is from document and another is from elements. So this concept is called bubbling, guys, because I'm assigning one on document, one on element. So if I click on this element, one event is coming from element and other element is coming from document. So two times it is clicking. So if a parent element have a click, that click event will be automatically adapted by this child element also. So if I remove one item, thank you, this is also enough. So I click, I'm only getting one at a time, one event at a time. I click on this guy also, getting one at a time. How do you decide which element is kind of clicked? You would say dot target. So if I click on this guy, entire document is the target. If I click on this guy, only the div is the target. You can find, if you wanted to figure out the source element of the click, so you're not worried about the element that is clicked, but always I want a source element, where the event is originated, you would say current target. But if you really want that I assigned an event on parent, but I just need everything, where the element is clicked, like the location of it, the element inside the element, you would say target. So this is kind of relative. You get the entire path of that particular item that it has been clicked and assigned. Okay, what else we have? Client X. Okay, if I click here at 250, like from X 250. So let's say this is 0, 0. If I move back 931, and you get Y also. Sorry. Okay. So if you say mouse move, okay. So yeah, that event is recognized. So see, whenever I'm moving the mouse, X and Y's are logging. Like, so I'm moving it, X and Y's are logging. So I know the X and Y. Okay. So say ball dot position absolute. And if I say lm dot top style dot top is equals to e dot client x and lm dot left is e dot client y, that is capital Y. If I save it, so it's pretty much happening with only, you are listening on the DOM elements, you're manipulating the styles. You need to have the CSS knowledge, you need to have this mouse events knowledge, you need to have this style knowledge. So you need to put in some practice. So, understand what each and every, event does, and understand how styles get affected. And then you could figure out like this. So I can still say click. So maybe I can say transition. I can add transition to this. 2 seconds. So now I can put a timer. I can create a timer. So there is a event for timer in JavaScript. So let me open MDN set interval. Set interval is a good item to know. So set interval. So basically, you can create an interval of delay, like every 5 seconds you run this code. So you say delay every 5 seconds you run this code. So if you come here, you add a delay for 5 seconds. 5,000 milliseconds, that means 5 seconds. You can create a function there and ask it to execute every 5 seconds. Console.log. One iteration. Okay. Let's wait for 5 seconds. One iteration. Another 5 seconds. Again, one iterations. Maybe I can make it to one iteration, 1 second, so that you will be able to see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Every second there is a iteration coming up. Maybe I can increase. I can say this. Let I is equals to 0. Okay, and each time it is running, I'll say I plus plus. It is not a loop, guys, but it's a time interval. I would say 1, 2, 3. Each second we are running. Okay, with seconds. I can say target. Target class. Target ID, sorry. Target ID. Same all the styles. But this is blue. That is on top of it. Position absolute. Top. 0. Right 0. Okay, here is blue. Here is red. Okay, this is touching the blue. This is touching things. Okay, good. Every second I'm running this. Maybe every 5 seconds, what is the animation here? 1 second. It'll take 1 second. So for each 1 second, I will change the position of this guy. Okay. So how can I randomly select a position? There is another method in JavaScript called math. Okay. Math. So you can do math operations on in JavaScript, like what is a sine, sine of 30, sine of 40, sine of 60, you'll get that. Seal. So lots of other things. This is a future session, guys. But for now, I will use something like random. Okay. So each second, it is giving me a random number between 1 and 9. 0 and 1, sorry. Not 1 and 9, but 0 and 1. But if I multiply that with 100, what happens? 90, 98, 96, 59. So I'm getting it, but I need a little more extra, maybe 500, 400, 336. Perfect. So I'm getting randomly somewhere between there. I have a 500 pixels of width. Let me do that same with 2 times. So I'm getting that. Yes, good. Let me select the blue ball as well. What is that blue ball name? Target ID, target LM. Target LM dot, same thing here. Every 5 seconds, I want to change the position of that particular guy. So I created this. This is for X. I'll say left RX equals to this. RY equals to this. RX, RY. I strongly don't need because I'm not centering it to anyone. So after 5 seconds, E is not defined. Why it is not defined here? E dot RX is not just RX. So I'm assigning an element. I should actually say target element. Guys, I am not prepared for anything. I'm just doing it on air. Like I'm just, you know, I'm just doing it right away. So I'm not planned on this anything. If you see any bugs or anything, just bear with me. Okay, this is moving. Every 5 seconds, I'm running this code. I've had an animation and this guy is rotating. Now my game plan is, if it is here, I need to hit it as soon as it. So if I'm hitting that with the same exposition, when I click on this guy, I'm getting the same exposition on Y position. I should count it, little bit, heavy. At least a 56 or 60 pixels should be matching. Otherwise, I should say you one error. If I clicked it, it's matching. This ball is hard to catch, man. Okay, okay. Ready? Yeah. Okay, I think this is interesting. It's getting somewhere. Okay, so let me store that. So these values are kind of only accessible in this function only. So I want to make these things global. Okay, so what I will say, let target X and target Y. Okay, I'll say target X, target Y. I'm taking a lot of time to this, but I think it is interesting. It's target X and target Y. Now this time is for kind of Abhi score is pending. I need to give scoring. So how do I give a score? If it is there for 1 second, I think I will need to give it, I think 1.5 seconds at least. So that 150 is, half second just gives me that click. Yeah, good. So if this XY and my click XY, client XY is matching between 50 or 40 sentence, it is below or above 50, I can increase 1 or 2. If the client X and latest client X and latest one by not matching with my clicked coordinates, I can reduce 1 point. Okay, so here it is. If either client is target client Y, sorry, this way. Either client X greater than or equal to target x so let what am I trying to do? Client x, if the client x of this x should be greater than type x and also the client x should be less than or equal to plus 50. Like I need to ignore some of the things, right? It's moving pretty fast, so I'm giving a discount to the user. Like even if it is 50, you are off a 50 pixel or 100 pixel, I'm giving you a discount and you will be fairly good, and I'm giving you a point. Okay, so I want to now create a item called let score. This was not entirely what I planned for this session, but I am just going away and doing it because this feels like interesting and this makes a lot of sense. I need to increase the score. Else, I need to decrease the score. For now, I'm only checking for the X position. Let's see if my score is increasing at all or not. I haven't put a leaderboard, scoreboard. I haven't designed, and I'll design. Okay. 2, 3, score is increasing is good. So let's say I clicked on here, but it's still taking, increasing everything. The client text, what is the client text and what my condition itself is wrong.
I think you have even in a else condition also you are increasing the score.
Oh, my bad. Okay. Sorry. Thanks, Krishna, for noting it down. So, yeah. 1, 2, 3. I'm reducing it now. Yeah. If I'm hitting in the right position, I think I'm increasing. If I'm hitting it once that is moved, if I'm lazy, I'm kind of reducing it. Okay. Now I think I can update the scoreboard too. So this is not a perfect game, but yeah, still. P and say score is span ID score. First of all, it will be 0. Now come here. Let score lm is equals to document.get element by ID, because I only want one score. Score lm. Finally, after clicking out everything, inner HTML is equals to score. Simply yes. Okay. -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Clicked on the wrong position. 0, 2. I'm late. I got reduced. I got increased. I think this is simply a game, but we haven't used any hard stuff, guys. It's just a simple stuff, but we made use of these. We know what is this click element. Actually, we don't know what set interval is, but set interval is it will run endlessly for every, the time interval that you have given. 1500 millisecond, that means 1.5 seconds. Each second will have, in JavaScript, you will measure time in milliseconds. 1500 milliseconds means 1.5 seconds. Every second will have 1000 milliseconds in them. Even though I'm not placing the Y, I'm increasing it. That's a bug, right? So I'm hitting here, X only matching. You can also match with Y and then make it a little bit harder. So it's up to you how you wanted to add it. So catch the fly, these can be graphics like a mosquito. This can have a mosquito image. This can have a bat image. I can say, background image. and I can still make it a good app to use. So it's up to you. So how you want to design.